Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Madman. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and comment down below. Today we are talking Michigan recruiting, including the transfer portal, and some things have changed, and an update on Michigan head basketball coach Juwan Howard, all that, and of course,
I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little bro, man. And I'ma tell him why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state. And of course, as always, I'm upset.
Maize and Blue Nation, it's Tom Brady. I co-founded Autograph with one mission in mind. Change the fan experience for the better. That's why I'm excited to announce the release of a new app that recognizes the biggest Michigan fans. The Autograph Fandom app gives you access to the best Michigan content, fan challenges, and exclusive rewards for diehard Wolverines, all for doing the things you already do, like listening to this podcast. Head over to the Apple App Store and search for Autograph Rewarding Fans and download today.
First things first, let's start with a bit of disappointing news. Michigan will no longer be receiving a official visit from Penn's Joey Slackman. He will instead be visiting Auburn. According to Slackman, the quick turnaround in making a decision has contributed to the decision not to visit Michigan, and he likely will not be able to make up or reschedule a visit to Ann Arbor. So looks like Michigan is going to miss out on Penn's Joey Slackman. Moving on. Switching gears to basketball, here's an update on the Juwan Howard situation. It appears that Juwan and the strength and conditioning coach John Sanderson were involved in a heated back and forth over or stemming from Juwan's son Jace and his interaction with a trainer. Now, Jace Howard has not played at all this season because of a stress fracture to his knee and tibia. However, he was questioning the trainer as to why he hasn't been cleared to play, to which the strength and conditioning coach John Sanderson responded to the culture, and I say that with quotation fingers, surrounding the basketball program and the lack of accountability. Juwan Howard overheard this, and as you can imagine, was not too happy about it. There were no punches thrown, according to multiple sources, eyewitness sources who were there. However, the two gentlemen did need to be restrained, and there was some close interaction, is what they're calling it. If anything transpires from this, I will let you know. Now, it is worth noting that Juwan Howard is on a zero tolerance policy right now, and that John Sanderson has filed an HR claim with the university. So we'll keep you abreast on what happens going forward. Let's talk about recruiting, and we'll start with the transfer portal. I already spoke about Joey Slackman, and it looks like Michigan will not get his services out of the transfer portal. The defensive lineman from Penn has decided not to visit Ann Arbor and instead will visit Auburn. However, there are some other targets for Michigan in the transfer portal, some big name targets as well, including linebacker Jayshawn Barham. I spoke about him in the last video, the 6'4", 230-pounder out of Baltimore St. Francis High School. Originally is in the transfer portal from the University of Maryland. He is the number 57 overall player in the portal and the second rated linebacker. He just visited A2, and the coaches are very high, and nothing changed after his visit in terms of how they believe they will be able to land him. So I think that Barham will eventually commit to the Wolverines. Moving on to another target I brought up in the last video, cornerback Upton Stout out of Western Kentucky, 5'9", 185-pounder, the number 37 overall recruit and the number 3 corner in the transfer portal. Per sources, Michigan leads for Stout. He visited earlier this week, but he is also taking a trip to USC. He has also been offered by Virginia Tech, West Virginia, and Boston College. I'm not really worried about those 3, but USC, of course, is a big deal. He would fit in more of a Mike Sanderstill type role, being a smaller corner. So Michigan sees him playing some nickel, kind of that rover nickel hybrid that Mike Sanderstill still played. So we'll keep you up to date with that one too. One that I was very excited about when I heard initially, wide receiver Donovan McCulley out of Indiana. The 6'5", 200-pound McCulley has expressed interest in visiting Michigan, though nothing has been confirmed in terms of a date. He is coming off a visit to Kentucky, who is very hot right now in terms of recruiting and in the transfer portal. Apparently, he liked what he saw there. Michigan is still attempting to get that visit from McCulley, so I'll keep you posted as more information becomes available with that. You may know that Michigan was successful in getting a couple transfers from Indiana last season in quarterback Jack Tuttle and tight end A.J. Barner. Also, Michigan's running back coach Mike Hart was an assistant for the Hoosiers when McCulley was a signee. So we'll keep you posted on that as well. And finally, quarterback Dante Moore. I know this one is going to be controversial for a lot of people, especially people that listen to my channel. We've had strong opinions about Dante Moore over the past couple of years. You cannot deny his talent. His talent is what it is. Whether or not he reaches or maximizes that talent is another thing. But the 6'3", 210-pound quarterback, former Detroit Martin Luther King high standout, has entered the portal from UCLA. You may remember it looked like he was a Michigan lean very early in his recruitment. Then it looked like he was a Notre Dame lean later. Then he committed to Oregon only to flip that commitment to UCLA in the end. Now he's in the portal. The interesting thing is he has taken a visit to Oregon, which is a legit threat, of course, in this recruitment. He's also, though, spoken about his willingness to be developed and not start necessarily in his first year wherever he goes, which makes sense for Michigan, especially if JJ returns. If JJ does not return, it leaves a very, very big hole there in the lineup, right? We do have incoming freshman Jaden Davis. There are the incumbents on the roster, including Alex Orji, but we don't know for certain what happens if JJ enters the NFL draft. He has, of course, until January 15th to make that decision. I think the best place for Dante Moore is with the Wolverines. Now, that doesn't mean that he will be a Wolverine. However, that would be ideal in my opinion. Moving right on to maybe a shot in the dark here, but running back Trevor Etienne out of Florida is in the transfer portal. Etienne, the brother of Travis Etienne, of course, has entered his name into the portal, and he and his team have put out feelers to the Wolverines, who would have an immediate opening on the roster, considering that 4-star Mr. Ohio running back Jordan Marshall is incoming. You have to believe that Etienne would be the day one starter next season, but we'll keep you posted on that as more information becomes available too. Keep it locked. Finally, we'll end this thing with some high school recruiting updates, and we'll start with, in the 2024 class, Gatlin Bear has been crystal balled to the Wolverines. It really has come down to the Wolverines or Oregon right now. I think the Wolverines come out on top of this one. I'll keep you posted as more information becomes available here. And finally, we'll end this thing talking about a recruit out of the DMV And for those who don't know, that is Edopai. He is a 6'6", 4-star edge rusher out of Forestville, Maryland, in the DMV area, Bishop McNamara High School to be more specific. He is being courted heavily by the Wolverines. He's also being recruited by the likes of Minnesota, Rutgers, and Maryland. He has official visits scheduled this week to Ann Arbor. In fact, he should be there now. He will be in Ann Arbor through Thursday, and then this weekend he takes his show on the road to Florida State before coming together with his parents to make a final decision. He is 6'6", 225 pounds in the 2024 class. Like I said, a 4-star out of Bishop McNamara in Forestville, Maryland. I'll keep you updated there as more information becomes available. Before I get out of here, I just got to remind you guys, download the Autograph app. Use my code Madman. I'm currently in 8th place, trying to move up that list, help your boy out. But be sure to download the Autograph app. Follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. Son. I just don't get that all that Mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son,
Okay,
for real.
just calm
And how the